Good morning, and thank you so much for stopping by on this beautiful day in Colorado. I'm going to share with you some faux leather junk journals I made and the material that I used and what I did to make them look faux leather. So these first two examples, these are actually paper bags. So what I do is I paint with the acrylic paint, let it dry, and then I put a water glycerin mix, a third glycerin and then 2/3 water, and then I spray it, and then all I do is scrunch up the paper and then I lay it out to dry. And then once they've dried, I get some parchment paper and I iron them out. And what that does is leave these pages really soft and flexible and just really cute. So it definitely looks like leather. So that's the goal. So these are the two pages that I did with the paper bag. And then I also use manila envelopes, do the same technique. This one's red. I think I'm going to make a Christmas junk journal with that. And when you open it up, you can clearly see it's a manila envelope, and then here's a pocket, and I usually decorate that, as you'll see as I show you some of my junk journals that I made. And then the other thing I've done with this isn't really faux leather, but back in March I made these pages. These are watercolor paper, and then I got stamps from outside, and then leaves from outside, and then I stamped them into acrylic paint and then just put different patterns throughout. And then on the inside, these are actually, if you can see real close, that's the mesh from a tea bag, and then these little specks were from dried flowers, and I just crunched them up and then put them down with some Mod Podge. And there's just a tea bag just to give it some more creativity. So I used a couple of these for some books that I'm going to share with you. And then on the front of each book, I have an embossed piece. As you see when we get to it, I'm just giving you some what I did beforehand. So I had this paper, and I thought, God, what am I going to do with it? So I painted all of these with some acrylic paint. Just kind of got different colors and then just put it throughout. And then what I did was get some of my embossing folders and then perfect size, and then I put them in the front of the book. So let's go ahead and look at these. Okay, this is a manila envelope. You can see right here that embossed folder I used, but I actually added some embossing powder as well, so I had this gold look. And then I put on here, a life without dreams would just be a life. And then as far as a tie, I layered different ribbon. I really like this. I know I'm going to find the name of it and then buy some more just because it's so strong and sturdy. So you can see how I layered the tie around, used some brads, smaller brads here and bigger ones. And then on this one, I did something different. When I put the pages in, I didn't sew these to the manila envelope. Instead, I sewed them separately, and then I just glued them in here. And then I added a key. I have a lot of keys, so I've been using a lot of keys. Here on the side, you can definitely see it's a manila envelope. And then I put some leather here, and then I did it where you can tie this way, because those prongs just aren't strong enough and they just break off. So I decided to do that for the envelope. Okay, here's another one. This one is green. This one I was going to use for a Christmas junk journal, but I decided that I was just going to do something different. So here is an embossed piece, but I didn't use those papers that I showed you earlier. I used this nice material. I don't know the name of it, but I will put it in at the bottom or out through this journal. I'll put what that paper is that I got on Amazon. And then I just layered it, put some ribbon here, put some buttons here. And then I did something different with this one. You see in the middle, I put 10 pages on this side, put 10 pages on this side, and I sewed them into the manila envelope. But I didn't want to see that on the other side, so I added this cork material, put some brads in there just to make it creative and then hide those sewing marks. And then here I did a little bit of layering. And then you can see I didn't add a lot of embellishments on these, just on a few. So whoever purchases it can just use their own creativity and journal and add photos and memories. So, and then this one does have the prongs, but I'm definitely going to change it into those ties that I showed earlier. Okay, and then here's another manila envelope, another different style. Here's that ribbon again, wrapped it around. And I have a lot of these extra chains, so I've been using those just because I have so much just material throughout my craft room, so you're going to see those chains in some of my videos. And then this was an embossed piece, and all you do is you get your ink pads and you just rub them over the embossed piece, and it just gives different colors. So I usually use different colors when I do that, and I like that kind of distressed look it gives. And then I added a stamp here, and it just says remember. And then what I do is I use my glitter pens just to color in and make it look actually stand out a little bit. So here on the side you can see there's prongs. I'm going to definitely change that. And then I use that cork material. So you have a little envelope in the front. And this one has 4 signature pages. And the paper I used, this is antique paper that I got on Amazon. So I'll put the name of it either down below or somewhere in this video. So it's really cute. This next one is different. All of them are different. I try to make them where there's not two the same. So here's some of the keys. This is actually, when you have your paint and then you put in the paint trays, and when you remove it, I thought, gosh, what can I do with that? So I got the specs and I just put on another piece of material, and I thought I'm going to do something with it one day, and here you go. Just a very creative look. Layered it with some real leather here, and then I put the name of this journal, and it says journal, and then I put some brads there. When you open it up, here's one of those ties I was talking about versus the prongs. And then I put this nice material inside, so all you have to do is push this through and then tie it. So if you wanted to add any more memories, it's always nice to have a pocket. And then you can see here, this is where I sewed into the manila envelope, and then I went ahead and just did this binding this way, so looks very creative. And I think that's the last of my manila envelopes. Let me see. Yep, it is. So the next one I want to show you is, this is the leaf paper that I showed you, and I used this different type of tie, and then I put corners here, and there's an eyelet there, so easy to tie, and then brads here and just some ribbon, so just to make it look a little different. So this one's very simple. You have the paper in here, to either create, whoever purchases it can do their own creativity on it. And then this one is actually the brown paper bags. See how soft it is? It just looks nice, it feels nice, and such an easy way just to use some of your materials at home. On this one here, I put a crown instead of a key, did a layering look here, so here's some paper, some ribbon, then the embossed piece, and these butterflies. These butterflies I got from Facebook Marketplace. They're really nice. And you can see the color of this one. I added some reds in there, some blues, some tan colors. Looks really nice. Okay, in the inside, I added some envelopes with that leaf paper that I showed you, and then I just tucked some paper in here for some additional added memories. And this is that antique looking paper, and I only added a few embellishments in here, like that says hope, and you can see right here. I didn't want to add a lot of embellishments because I wanted this to be, the person who purchases it, their own, creative look. Here in the back, I had another envelope with those 2 papers. So very cute. And then here is the last one. This is the brown paper bag. Added a key here. I really like this embossed piece. Then I added another butterfly there. And like I said, you just get ink pads and you just, put it over the embossed piece, different colors, and it just makes it look really, really distressed and cute. This one I did add a little bit to it. I had some extra material, this cork material, so I don't like to throw things away, so I just cut different pieces in there and then put a stamp, and then I colored them in with this really nice glitter pens. So that looks cute there. So different pages with a different type of cut with the cork material. So that says journal, up here it says laugh, that says life. So I just put different sayings on that. But anyway, this is the last one, so thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and please add any comments. I'd like any feedback that you can provide. Thank you again, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.